Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. If you've tuned in over the last couple of weeks, you've definitely caught one of our Veteran Spotlights sponsored by Mark Miller Subaru. We've had such a good time getting these taken care of and interviewing these veterans who have some amazing stories, and we are very grateful for Mark Miller for sponsoring that. They also have some really great initiatives that they have through Mark Miller Subaru that we're going to talk about today. For that, I have Megan Robinson, who's the marketing manager, as well as Scott Williams, who's a partner in one of the programs this year. How are you two doing today?
Hey, good.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming on. Absolutely appreciate it. Thanks for making the drive up here. First off, thanks for sponsoring the Veteran Spotlights. Those are great. I just wanted to ask, what made Mark Miller Subaru want to sponsor this segment in the first place?
Oh, it's so important to take care of our veterans. They've done so much for our country, all of us. So we actually have a lot of partners that we work with who have that mission to help veterans, and so we like to go do anything else we can to support.
Just go along with that and just lend the helping hand, right? Which is pretty great. And it's been really fun. We've been able to talk to Josh, who's a physician who fought in Iraq, who's now a doctor here at Park City Hospital. So that was really great. And we got many more lined up. So we're excited to get those going. Let's talk about your Mark Miller Subaru's Love Promise program, though. This is another big one for you guys. What's it all about? So every year we choose 5 partners that we work with throughout the entire year. Just to really help them get their mission out there and do even, they do so much great work in the community, but we want to help them with that work and get their name out there even more. And so what partners did you partner up with this time around? So we have the 5 partners. We have Volunteers of America. We have Nuzzles & Co., Malinois Foundation. They're one of the organizations that work with veterans. Discovery Gateway and Heal Utah. And Heal Utah, the Earth partner. Yeah, that's great. Let's talk about Heal Utah right now. Scott, you are are you the chair director?
I'm the executive director of Heal, right?
Perfect. And Heal Utah is all about cleaning the environment and environmental initiatives, correct?
Yeah, we like to look at the toxic emissions that affect people's health and then focus on reducing those or eliminating them. And so clean air is one of our 4 campaigns.
And how has Mark Miller Subaru helped you guys accomplish some of these initiatives?
Well, we have about 20,000 grassroots supporters, so we have a lot of front lines people, and then we try to find businesses that have compatible values with ours to help support us. And Mark Miller is one of those businesses, so they help support us financially, get the word out, help us connect with people that we might not otherwise be connected to.
And let's talk about some of, I know the legislative session just ended last night.
Midnight,
there's 3 bills that you guys helped to kind of put in front of the floor that helped pass. Can we talk a little bit about those? It's HB 101, HB 171, and HCR 7. Right, so HCR 7 passed yesterday. That's the climate change resolution, which is really kind of remarkable in a state like Utah, that the legislature would pass a resolution acknowledging the existence of climate change, that humans contribute to it, and that we need to do things to mitigate it. So we felt like that was a huge win, and I think nationally people are going to say, how did a conservative state like Utah do that? Absolutely, I agree. It's groundbreaking to have a red state, a full red state like that, acknowledge and kind of go against the party line standard of the non-acknowledgement of these changes and kind of take the right steps. And it's interesting because that came out of the students at Logan High School who wanted that to be done, and then Representative Rebecca Edwards from Davis County picked it up and ran with it, and she got it all the way through the legislature. Wow. Yeah. Wow. So let's talk about HB 101 and HB 171. So HB 101 is diesel vehicle emission testing. All of the counties in the urban part of the Wasatch Front, which are called non-attainment because we don't meet federal health standards for air, we're testing diesel vehicles except Utah County. So this bill requires all counties to test diesel vehicles for their emissions. And in the counties that started doing it recently, about 25% of diesel vehicles fail their emission testing. So it's a big deal to get that done. HB 171 was a bill to make it harder for people to illegally tamper with their diesel engines. Unfortunately, that bill didn't finally pass at the last minute. It died in the House. And so, or in the Senate actually, it was on the board of the Senate and it never got up for a vote. So people can still, I mean, there's still a penalty,
but it's not very hard for you to tamper. You know, when you're at an intersection, that big black cloud of smoke, those people can still do that without very much penalty. So we'll take another run at that next year.
Well, we need to get more people to buy more partial zero emission Subarus. I'm a proud owner of a Subaru Forester. That's a partial zero emission. Let's talk a little bit about that. I have a lot of people ask me all the time, what does partial zero emission even mean? And I have a hard time explaining it to them. So what is partial zero emission?
About 90% less emissions coming out of your vehicle. So it's, you know, we're working on our way towards the electric vehicle, which is great, but this is an awesome step for us. And we take a lot of different initiatives to be green in our store and in anything that we do. And we're super excited to be supporting Hill Utah with their efforts.
And rather than, like you said, rather than just say, okay, yeah, we want to have electric cars, but that's maybe 5 years down the road. We'll just keep things the way they are. You guys came up with a solution to kind of mitigate in the middle, kind of meet in the middle, right? Which is great.
Kind of interesting for a dealership to be partnering with someone who's about air quality.
We talked about that when we got together.
If you're, you know, driving is kind of a necessary evil. A lot of us have to drive to get where we need to go.
Absolutely.
So if you're going to do it responsibly.
One thing I didn't know, I have a Forester too, one thing I didn't know about PZEV is that part of the emissions that your car has is when it's just sitting in the driveway.
Just idle.
Gas fumes, no, not even idling, just sitting.
Really?
Gas fumes, off gas from your car, and one of the things that the Subaru has done is they've eliminated that off-gassing when your car's just sitting.
See, that's something I had no idea.
I had to look it up
Learn
too.
something new every day, right? This is so great. So is there any way that people can get involved with Mark Miller if they're like, wow, I really am passionate about this? Is there a way that they can help Mark Miller help out all these other initiatives?
Yeah, of course. One big thing, you know, during the month of May, we do an event called Do Good, Feel Good.
Okay.
So the entire month long, anyone who comes in and purchases a Subaru will be able to choose one of our 5 organizations that will donate
$75
to.
That's
So that's
great.
a big campaign coming up. We'll have a big community day for that. So just check out markmillersubaru.com and all that information's there.
Perfect. And Scott, how can people get involved with Heal Utah? You said you have a lot of grassroots people on the front lines.
We do. So our website, healutah.org. We're having our big spring breakfast on May 17th. You can find out more details on our website, healutah.org, and everything you need to know about us is there.
Perfect. Well, thank you two so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. And thanks for, again, for the sponsorship with the Veterans Program. And thanks for doing all that you guys do with Heal Utah to make our air cleaner and make it a safer place and a better place to live.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. We're going to continue here on the Mountain Morning Show after this break. We'll have Katie weighing, so don't go anywhere. Be sure and head over to Mark Miller Subaru's website as well as healutah.org to find out more about both of these programs. We'll be right back.